The Jacob Media Sports Network, in partnership with 97.3 ESPN, brings you the Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
Harry, it's a Friday, and we are live at Parks Casino for the next 2 hours. We've got the huge screens to the right of us in the beautiful sports book. We've got tons of screens to the left of us. Below that are the kiosks in which people already filing in, placing some bets for today. It's going to be busy throughout this Friday afternoon into the evening here at Parks Casino. So we invite you, if you're in the listening area, anywhere around Bensalem, the Northeast, the Delaware Valley, Philadelphia, South Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, you want to come up, this is the place to do it. Pennsylvania's #1 casino. And on top of that, not only is the brick and mortar in full effect, but we've got online sports betting. And just to get things going right away, we're going to give you $250. All you need to do is go online, register, parkscasino.com/fan, type in the promo code SPORTS, parkscasino.com/fan, promo code SPORTS, one more time, PARX, casino.com, and use our promo code. You have to use this, SPORTS. You'll get a risk-free bet of up to $250. There we go.
Awesome. Now,
We're helping people out.
What would you put that on this weekend? Would you go with Jake Arrieta and his bone chip elbow against Soraka tonight, as the Phillies are a small dog, plus 117 on the board here at Parks?
Now, isn't Ciroc a type of alcohol, liquor? You know, usually get Ciroc in the club.
That's Ciroc is a vodka.
Okay.
I think that's, what's his name?
Jay-Z.
Is it? No. It's the other guy.
Oh. Yeah, no, we've already established.
Yeah, we've already established the Ciroc, Josh. It's what's his name?
Fat Joe, Sean
No, the
Combs,
other
Puffy.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's his Puffy. Yeah,
okay.
P. Diddy,
Is that what his
as
name
they
is
say.
now?
Yeah.
Sean Combs? Is that what
Correct.
they refer to him as
Sean
now?
Puffy P. Diddy.
Can
Combs.
I take the entire Brave? I tell you what I would do. I would take $250. I'd put it on Braves sweep the series.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I think they come off a really disappointing series, and this is where they get right.
I think they lost 2 out of 3, or
Two
I know
straight.
they've lost 2 straight,
Yes.
and that was against Kansas City, who's
And they
not a good
lost
baseball team.
which they lost that series, and now this is where they get right.
Oh, really?
Not Nick Wright, but where they get right.
I can't stand Nick Wright. Don't get me in a bad mood. I'm in a great mood.
I'm
it's
in
a
a terrible
Friday.
mood. Really?
I'm heading down south.
Oh, you're leaving
tonight.
today?
I'm
To
leaving
go see
tonight.
Nick Cale?
Yes, and
I didn't think you liked Nick that much, where you would go and actually seek him out.
Well, he invited me,
Oh yeah, but still,
and he said I got free tickets to the WGC event. We'll swing over there, and then Sunday I got you in at this nice club in
get you in.
Nashville for a complimentary round of golf.
Here's what I would ask.
All I got to do is rent clubs.
Based off you going down to see Nick Cale,
Yeah.
between the two of us, and even within the two of us as far as our reach and range,
And he's got vodka.
oh, well, everybody's got vodka, okay? We got great vodka right here at Parks Casino for the next 2 hours. Tina 444 came by, saw you slugging vodka for 2 hours.
No, that was a virgin drink.
Oh, was it?
Much to my chagrin.
Was it
I actually took
a grenadine in it?
No grenadine. It had a little cranberry in it and
Okay.
some I don't know if it was club soda or ginger ale. Was it ginger ale? I think,
forget.
right? You ordered it.
Well, no, I didn't
and I
order
took
it.
a sip of it, and I almost had to spit it out because there was no alcohol in it. It was just such a shock to my
Tasted
system.
like poison.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this?
So maybe what we should do, you sound like Tom McGinnis right
Yeah.
there.
What is this? What is this?
So what we should do is we should go on a camp tour, and we should track down people that we've worked with throughout this business.
They're all over the place.
Absolutely, and track them down and say, okay, hey, either Harry's bringing this guy to the table, or Eytan's bringing this guy to the table, or the two of us. And maybe we should go like a Harry day, a Shander day, and then a Mays and Eytan day.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like a Schwartzman's a Mays and Eytan day.
Right.
Nick Cale, I've never technically worked on air. I don't even think I worked in the same time frame.
Oh, really?
At that studio with Nick. So
Yeah, he
Nick,
was a producer for me and also a co-host with me.
So he's technically a Mays guy.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he's not technically. He is.
Well, I would say even though we worked at the same place. Right? He's under the Mays coaching tree.
Right.
As opposed to the Shander coaching tree.
Exactly.
Absolutely. All right, where do you want to begin? Because the Phillies were off last night.
Yeah.
We've got
I missed them.
breaking news from Darren Sproles. He spoke.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have, and I don't know when we're going to get to this, Mike Kay of NJ.com is going to join us today at 12:30.
Okay.
And then Jeff Robbins is hanging out, and he said he's going to come by and hang out with us. Jeff Robbins is meteorologist on Fox 29. Everybody knows Sue, right? Sue Serios.
Oh, sure.
Right, and then there's Jeff right there.
Okay.
So you see Jeff all the time, like nights and weekends consistently. He's on with me Sunday mornings with Lauren all the time. So he's also a big biker like yourself.
What do you mean a biker?
Like he's
like a Harley Davidson guy?
Correct.
Well, I used to be. I'm not no longer.
Well, you're still familiar.
Oh, you're saying once you were a biker, you're always a biker.
You can't take the maze out of the bikers.
That's true.
Out of the gang.
Yeah.
All right. You know, once you're jumped into a biker gang, that's it. They
That's
don't jump
true.
you out.
Yes.
I think they beat it out of you, and I don't think you've had that. I don't think you've had that tattoo removed.
No.
With the cheese grater yet.
No,
right?
I have not.
Okay. So he's going to be here at 1 o'clock, and I bring this up because I don't know when the right time to play this audio is, but unbeknownst to, is that the word?
Unbeknownst.
Unbeknownst,
I
sorry.
think that's how you pronounce it.
I don't want to go Joe D on you here. Unbeknownst to the two people involved doing the interview, I don't think that Josh and Jeff realized
From yesterday.
the amazing radio moment that they created with the help, of course, of Brian Kenny.
It was epic. I'm Brian Kenny of the MLB Network, right?
Yeah.
He came on, and, he's great. We love him. You and I were both driving back to our respective houses after the show at Dunphy Ford yesterday, which, by the way, was an epic broadcast.
I agree.
I've been told. Now,
and not just from John from Dunphy Ford. I mean,
No.
people outside, not just people inside the
right,
place.
and I'm going through Cheltenham Township. I'm on Route 73, and I hear Kenny come on, and I hear this audio, and I almost drove off the road. It was so awesome.
Yeah,
so I immediately call you. I
Yes.
go, are you listening to this?
Yes. Now, I have a question here because we're going to get to that.
All right.
And maybe we sandwich Mike K with that, or maybe we wait until Jeff comes on at 1. I'll let you kind of defer.
Let's do that with Jeff.
Okay, we'll wait until 1 o'clock.
Because Mike wants to talk some Eagles.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. And we don't want to, although if we're going to have Mike on frequently, then he better get used to it. If we're going to have to give him the Bob from Crossing Broad treatment and kind of derail the interview until he can bring it back on the rails. Now, I have a question for you because on the text board here, 609-403-0973, our buddy John texts in and says, Nick Cale looks really good with a bald head. Didn't he always have a bald head?
He's always had a bald head as long as I've known him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is John...
He's one of the 6,000 bald-headed, bearded guys in sports
Trust
media.
me,
You're another one.
Well, no, this thing's coming off. The only reason why I have it on right now, it's terrible.
I mean,
he's laughing
Nick
because
Cale,
he knows it's true.
Nick Cale looks like Nick Wright.
Yeah, well, trust me, he doesn't sound like Nick
and that's
Wright.
not good.
No. Cale sounds better than Wright.
Yes.
The only reason why this thing got so thick is because I don't have time.
Yeah.
I don't have time to do anything. I have to get the hell out of here and do another thing to another thing to another thing.
Right.
So I ordered 20. You saw all the boxes in my place.
Well, yeah, Amazon, I think, has a train that goes directly
Right
to
there.
your apartment because the train
drone.
goes right by there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So of the 20 packages that I ordered, one got lost, which is a pretty good
That's
ratio.
pretty good.
So the one package that got lost had the beard trimmer in it.
Was it a wall trimmer? WAHL, I believe.
Not
'Cause
like
that's what I have.
Yeah, it's a Robert Wool. It's
No.
not a wall. It's a Robert Wool edition.
Okay.
Like Arliss.
Yeah, Arliss.
It's a Arliss.
Is that guy still living off of Arliss?
Well, I know.
Does he work anymore?
He was an established comedian.
Yeah.
I mean, he was an established.
Did he make that much money that he can do nothing? Because I've never seen. I haven't seen him in years.
Listen, television money is. Think about what television money is. You memorize a couple of lines. You're shooting a 30-minute show. You bang them all out in succession because
Right.
a sitcom or a 30-minute show like Arliss.
And he was in Bull Durham.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, he was already an established actor. So something along those lines, you're making easy money, man.
Wow.
And it's hand over fist.
That's just awesome.
The best money you can make is commercial money.
Yeah.
Because you're not doing anything.
Right.
And if you're starring in something as a celebrity.
Like the dude in the Allstate commercials. That he says, mayhem, like
Yeah.
me. That
Yeah.
guy's a good actor.
Now, do you remember what television show made him famous?
The one with Dennis Leary. With the fire department
No,
thing.
there's a show before that.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. You don't know.
No?
I'll give you a $50. No, I don't have one right here on me.
What, a gift card?
Law and Order SVU.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was on the early edition of that. All right, so the Phillies Braves open up their series. We're going to hear something from Darren Sproles as well. We'll play that before Mike K comes on, coming up in a couple of minutes. But I'm curious. I understand that you only play who's in front of you. And I understand that nothing is sealed or set. And, yeah, Mike Gill, and I know you want to read that tweet that Gill sent us from Pete, and not Pete Thompson, another Pete. But the reality is, until I see the Phillies do something, and you know what? I reserve the right. This team has fooled us. This team is the equivalent of the Markelle Fultz workout video, where we've gotten way too much action in the first half of the season, only to be let down when it really matters. So before I start jumping up and getting crazy like I just injected something in my veins and start going nuts, I need to see them do something, meaning I reserve the right to get excited.
Well, you don't think they're going to do something. You're betting that the Braves are going to sweep the series.
Well, that's my point. But I'm also going to say that if they don't, I'd rather be wrong and lose money and have real palpable hope as opposed to this fake hope right now where you're 5.5 back on a team.
Well, this is the last
that's
weekend
whooped
for
your ass.
It really is. Like, this is the last weekend for me where, they've won 5 of the last 6 games against middling to bad teams.
You keep saying this.
Detroit's
you
an
keep
awful team.
moving the goalposts.
I know. I'm moving the goalposts one last time.
What is it?
And it's this weekend against the Braves.
You keep moving the
if
center
they win
field
2 out of
in.
3, if they win 2 out of 3, yeah, it's like a softball game or a little league game. We're bringing the fences in.
The Rock and Jock softball game.
Yeah.
Seriously. All right, now we have an update on Nick Cale's hair.
Yes. Or lack thereof.
Yes, incorrect. Nick Cale was trying to hold on to his hair. He never had a Mr. Oz clean-shaved head.
So is that from our buddy John?
It is.
Okay.
Well, I don't know anybody else.
He would know.
Right, he worked with Nick.
Right.
Well, now we can't keep outing out who this person is. Right? Get him in trouble. But
Plus,
yes.
he knows hair replacement, too.
Well, again,
you know what I'm saying?
you keep going down that road, it's pretty clear who this person is. I don't want to get him in trouble. But here's my point, is that he knows, I think, you've misremembered Nick Cale's hair helmet that I guess he's held on to, but it was that front part. You know who's got a really bad, and you can catch it on angles, and since our friend's listening right now, he's going to love this. You can catch it on the mid to late seasons of King of Queens, in which they blow dry Kevin James' hair up to prevent you from seeing on multiple angles that he's got this LeBron James, like what I have. The widow's peak is just out. It's been removed. Like the Soprano thing is just out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, would you put 250 on a Philly sweep?
A Philly sweep?
Yeah.
No.
2-1.
I think they can win 2 out of 3.
Where would you put the 250 that you get courtesy of ParksCasino.com, right? /fan, promo code sports. You're getting $250.
I probably would have already put it on Justin Thomas in the golf tournament.
Come on.
Okay.
Non-major, we can't talk about golf.
It's a World Golf Championship. But speaking of Arrieta, who goes tonight, though.
Well, what are the odds on Justin Thomas?
I don't know. Bob from Crossing Broad says Jake Arrieta has a 196 earned run average while holding opposing hitters to a 575 OPS in his 4 starts when he has 6+ days of rest this season. How about that for a stat? And opponents are only hitting 187 against him in those starts. So the long rest is a good thing for Jake and his elbow.
Bone spur?
Yeah.
Are you willing to put your 250 behind it?
No, because he's up against Soraka tonight.
That's the problem.
I don't want to go 250.
No, but you know what's going to happen is Arrieta's going to get you 7 strong.
7?
Yeah.
I'll take 6.
Well, he's going to get you 7 strong. He's going to give up 3 runs, but it's not going to be enough.
So a quality start.
Yeah, I'll give you a quality start tonight. I'll give you Arrieta coming off that rest. I'll feed in. Bob's a smart guy. We have him on weekly. He makes sense, more sense than both of us. So I'll buy into what he's selling there and say that Arrieta gets you a good performance off the rest, but I just don't think that they have enough to outduel Sirach.
Bryce Harper's had a few days off. So he's going to be back in there tonight. Real Muto, didn't catch the other day.
Right.
He had a day off, and then he had played first base.
You think that's going to be a difference maker?
I hope so. I'm looking at anything here, man, because I'm already bored with training camp.
Already?
That's the other thing.
Should we listen to Darren Sproles?
I'm just bored. Okay, I need a game. I need
really? I'm
yes,
surprised.
I do, because here's the thing.
Day one, they just reported.
It's a good thing. It's because there really are no issues with this football team. This offense is stacked. The defense is, we know, really good. The biggest worry you have is, Carson Wentz has to go down. Is the backup half decent? That's the biggest thing I got to think about. So that's a good thing to have, right?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of intrigue right now. Let's just get the season started.
See, now I think you're being, I don't know what the proper term is, so I'll just describe it.
Brandon Brooks was practicing yesterday.
Yeah, okay, so look, now I know there's drama because of Gronkowski retires and whatnot. But do you think the Patriots fans look at this and say, there's nothing really to get excited about. Wake me up until week 8. No, there's
No, I didn't say week 8. I said week 1.
Well, okay, even still, I feel like we have that mentality, and you're not alone. Trust me, I know you're not alone. But that mentality has kind of fast-forwarded and assumed a couple of Super Bowls. Like, we shouldn't be washed. We shouldn't be old and, like, our knees hurt to where we get,
But it's training camp.
Well, yeah, but we
We're
should
just
be,
hoping nobody gets hurt.
But there still should be some excitement that football is back.
Well,
what it
that's
means.
excitement, but I'm just
Let me
like...
tell you what football means.
Oh, I know. Yeah, see. I don't know, man. I'm already where... Let's get to week 3 of the preseason. Hope to God that nobody gets hurt, and then let's go with the Redskins. Week 1.
Well,
That's where I'm at. I mean, I can't help it. I'm
you're
just
gonna
being
be in-
honest.
Well, what are you going to do then? Because you're going to be in for a long month.
I'm hoping that the Phillies take 2 out of 3 and keep me in.
No, see, this is cheating by you. Because all you're doing
Well,
right now.
I'm not opposed to cheating.
No, I know you're not. I mean, I don't even know what level of cheating this is. This just kicking the ball out of the rough right back into the
No,
fairway?
I don't cheat at that. At golf.
No, but I'm saying, is this
I
the
cheat on a
equivalent?
test.
Oh, yeah,
You know.
absolutely. We had this thing at Gettysburg College called the Honor Code.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, where you sign the honor code at the end of everything that you did. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, like an exam or a test. And what would happen is the teacher would walk in and give you the exam, the test, whatever it might, midterm, and then walk out and go back to their office. And at that point, you had the opportunity of staying there, of getting up, taking it in the library, going back to your dorm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and as long as you signed the honor code, I have neither given nor received any unauthorized help, something.
Wow, you memorized it.
Well, I mean, you write it after everything, right? So it's pretty much like after a while you stop asking people what it is.
Right.
But let's be honest, people abuse the hell out of it.
Absolutely. I mean, you're
Abuse
just
the
begging
hell
me
out
to
of it.
cheat.
Right.
You know, it's like a
exactly right.
take-home test.
Yeah. Now,
The Eagles are 4-point favorites on the board here against the Redskins.
that
Well, that's
might-
December.
That's going to go
the game
up.
in December.
And that's going to go. I'd take that now.
That's the one in at Washington.
Well, actually,
so that's
no.
a different game. They're rolling through. They roll through every game of the season here.
You
at
think?
Parks.
You think? You see? You
They
might
gotta
actually
be-
get more points, but it's going to drop on the money line.
They got to be like 7-point favorites at home.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. Yeah, it definitely that 4 on the road. 609.
9. It's 9. September 8th. It just rolled up.
Is that right?
The Eagles are a 9-point favorite.
609-403-0973 is the text board. You decide on the final fee for a bit. Let me know. And now, Harry, now that Eytan is golfing, no better time to set that event up that you wanted. Any idea what that means?
I have no idea.
Okay.
All
That
right.
Mayhem dude is Dean Winters, who's actually known for being O'Reilly from the show Oz from HBO. So
He was on that too.
yeah, I didn't see Oz. So that that's John from Collingswood on the text board. That predates SVU.
And it predates Rescue Me too. Which
Well,
was
SVU predates Rescue Me.
Okay, yeah, because
So that's
that
a
was
pretty
the
good
Dennis
run that
Leary
he had.
show. Yeah.
Now this guy's living fat off of, it's not Progressive. What is it, Allstate?
No, it's Allstate.
yeah.
Helps protect you from mayhem,
That's right.
like me.
Not
That's how
Progressive.
good of an ad is. I know the whole bit.
Well, I can tell you how bad, like Progressive has bad ads, like this new Motor ad. I mean, come on, what is this?
Motor?
Yeah, it's pronounced Motor.
I have no idea what you're
You have
talking
never
about.
seen this before?
Probably, but
It runs nonstop.
it didn't hit me.
So the Progressive lady is now either out or taking a break. I don't know. Maybe she
That's
got
Flo from Progressive.
Correct.
And then they got that other guy, Jamie, who's a really
Well, they're all
annoying.
connected.
I'd like to beat him.
Yeah, they're a couple
within
of-
an inch of his life.
That seems to be right. So the two of them together make one entity. And now there's this new campaign where there's this guy, right? And instead of it being like what would you call that? What's the half man, half horse, the Sagittarius?
Is that a centaur?
Yeah.
Is it a centaur?
right?
Yeah.
So instead of the bottom being a horse, it's a motorcycle.
Oh, I have seen
Yeah,
it. They're
and
at the
it's-
gas station,
That's right. And it's in the middle of like
And
Kansas.
it's like desert.
Yes.
It's like they're in the desert.
Yeah, and he's like, you ever think about not being a motor? Like, sure. Do you have the
You
motor?
do?
All right, let's listen to this. This is amazing. It's a Friday in July.
You ever wish you weren't a motor?
Sure. Sometimes I wish I had legs like you.
Yeah, is it like a regular person?
No. Still have bike half man. Just the opposite.
What's the legs on the bottom and motorcycle on the top?
we got to.
I don't
Yeah.
know why this.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I could
For
do
those
that.
who
We got to
were born
ask
to ride.
Mr. Robbins if he's a motor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, at 1 o'clock.
Absolutely. It's pronounced
I'm sure he'll love that.
Motor. Yeah, if he even knows what the hell we're talking about.
All right, now here's something else. Will this help keep you in at least for this weekend?
No.
Because I'm looking at a tweet here. Pete Inarato put this on Twitter, and
No.
Gil found it and sent it to me. Deja vu in Philly. August 6th, 1980. Their record was 54-48. They won the World Series. July 24th, 2008. Their record was 54-48. The result, we know they won the World Series. July 24th, 2019. The record is 54-48. Current odds to win the World Series, plus 2,800. Maybe that's where you put your $250 free bet.
Only if you want to be disappointed, my friend.
That would be a huge cash.
Now, that would be absurd. It's not good. Let's see. This is the problem with the second wild card. Is now
See,
you
I
think
love
that you
the
can
wild
backdoor
card.
into. Why? Because the pennant race is gone.
I love it.
The pennant race, we're going to have Seth Everett. He had jury duty yesterday. He was supposed to come by and hang with us at Dunphy Ford.
Oh, yeah?
But he had jury duty, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's like, he was here in
Well,
Philly?
He had jury duty.
In Philly.
I think it was in Philly. I
Because
believe
I thought
it-
he's from North Jersey or something.
Short Hills.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, that's up there, yeah.
But he had jury duty. I thought it was here. Maybe it's
Okay.
up there. I don't know. But he was going to come by. He was in Philly for something. He said he was going to come by and hang with us. And he's the opposite of you because
Mm-hmm.
the pennant race is shot. Like there's 1.5 pennant races, and now we're looking at mediocre teams.
Well, here's-
it took the Mets to get this far
Yeah.
just to convince themselves to sell.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I did this morning. With the American, let's just look in the American League to start. The Rays and the Red Sox are 9.5 and 10 games back of the Yankees. So that's, for all intents and purposes, minus a huge collapse
It's
by the
over.
Yankees.
Yeah.
It's over,
because
right?
those teams aren't that good.
Okay.
The Yankees are 30
The
games
Yankees are
above
really
500.
good.
Right.
Okay, the Indians are only 2 games back.
That's
There's
the
a
one.
legit
Right.
race.
But that's only one other team
With
in
Minnesota.
that division.
Right.
The other
The-
teams on that division are cooked.
Right. The A's have an 8-game lead now or 8 games back
Right.
because they lost 2 in a row, and Houston, I think, won 2
And
the
listen,
last 2.
Houston's
So that's
got
over.
some pretty good pitching.
That's
Right.
over. So you only have one race, and it's late July.
And it's one other team. That's it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So this is why I like the wild card.
Yeah, but look at
Let's
what
look
you're
at the
at.
National League.
Okay.
Hold on a
Okay,
second.
okay,
I did
okay.
some work
All
here. I
right,
want to
all
do
right.
this.
All right. It's
the
pronounced
Nats,
Motor, Harry.
The Nats and the Phils are 4.5 and 5 games back, respectively. They're both still in it. Can we agree? 5 games back.
No.
In July. Come on, dude.
I'm not going to fight you on it, but I'm hesitant to agree with you.
They were down 7 with 17 games to play way
With the
back
Mets?
when. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah, but the Mets have
That was-
had epic collapses.
Well, true. But
Mets also
that was
suck.
also in September. This
True.
is July.
True. Do you anticipate this Braves team collapsing like that, though?
No, I don't.
And
but
we haven't seen a collapse like that since, really, right?
the Cubs, Cards are tied
That
now.
entire division's open.
The Brewers are only 2 games back. All right, so that's legit. There's
Yeah, but
3 teams.
I'll even give you Pittsburgh.
No.
Why not?
No. Because I've seen them. They're not good. They're not good enough. They're not good. The D-backs and the
I would-
Giants are 14.5 games
That
back. That is
division's
over.
Right.
So my point is, you only have 3 races.
No, you've got
3.
total. I would give you
NL
one
East,
full
NL
race.
Central, and the American League Central.
I'll give you the
without
NL
the
Central,
wild card.
and those other 2 are halves that combine to 1.
Oh, please.
You've got 2 races.
combined to 1.
You got 2 real races. The pennant is dead.
But my point
The
is,
pennant race was the one thing that baseball had over every other sport, and now it's just this homogenized strip mall of a race to a wild card.
it allows 7 extra teams
that
right
are
now
terrible.
to think that they're still
bad baseball. The Mets are still thinking.
No, the Mets aren't the team.
No, but
I didn't count them.
my point of it, though, is that it took last night they won, and they finally came to grips with them having to sell.
I told you about the Mets. I'm counting the Giants and the D-backs, along with the Brewers, Phillies, Nats, Cards, and Cubs,
Get out of here.
minus the division winners.
The wild card is for slop. The wild card is for the trough. I've had enough. Can't we just have good baseball? Whatever happened to good teams? There's 4 good teams in baseball right now. 4. That's it.
There'll be good baseball tonight
I
at
guarantee-
Citizens Bank
I'll
Park.
bet you $10 the person on the far right wins this next swim meet.
Oh.
This heat.
Great.
Look at that.
I'm watching the Senior British Open.